The Amiibo meta is generalist focused. The Amiibo at the top of the pecking order typically have favorable matchups towards their underlings, who have good matchups towards their underlings, and so on. It's a rigid hierarchy that's been pounded out over hundreds of Amiibo tournaments over the years. But sometimes, this is what gets me, you'll see what's called an anti-meta Amiibo. These are Amiibo that don't obey the generalist trend and have favorable matchups against some higher tiers, but still lose to lower tier Amiibo. Check this out. Zelda is the oldest anti-meta Amiibo. Even though Zelda has all the makings of a low tier Amiibo, she maintains positive matchups against many higher tier opponents. That's why she's A tier in the official Amiibo tier list, link in the description. I checked Maria, not that Maria, the Amiibo Maria. Yeah, thank you. For Zelda's matchup stats. She has positive historical matchups against Terry, Ness, Mii Gunner, Piranha Plant, Snake, and a few other A and B plus tier Amiibo. There's no consistent trend in the Amiibo that she counters. Terry has no range, but Mii Gunner has all the range. Piranha Plant is airborne and effective, but Snake is better on the ground. She just somehow has her Zelda shenanigans, and her Zelda shenanigans beats these specific Amiibo.
Wow.
But if you enter her in tournaments, she could end up losing to a half-decent C+ tier that's just faster than she is. She's tall, and her KO power uses precise or slow hitboxes, which is ineffective against small and fast opponents like Meta Knight that hit tall opponents very easily. Mega Man is kind of like this too. I pioneered the modern Mega Man playstyle, which focuses on KO power. Nearly all successful Mega Man Amiibo have riffed on my original Proto Man Amiibo playstyle, and that's because it works. The Proto Man playstyle relies on being in the air for extended periods of time, and then dropping in fast to land an up tilt. After the opponent goes airborne, the Proto Man style juggles them with up air or forces them off stage with back air. It's simple, but effective against larger, slow heavyweights, especially King K. Rool. As you can see in the B-roll footage of Proto Man in the background, heavyweight Amiibo don't have the speed to keep up with the raw power of Mega Man's up tilt, and the Proto Man style doesn't have to worry about being precise with the hitbox, because the opponent is just too dummy thick to not hit it. Mega Man, of course, gets destroyed by sword fighters and Amiibo with good anti-air training. Ironically, Terry can also be considered an anti-meta Amiibo. Terry has several even or losing matchups that are heavily stage dependent, with Palutena on Omega stages being the most famous of them. However, Terry is still the heavy killer, because his combo setups are ideal for taking on the physically larger heavyweights at the top of the tier list. Problem is, he's so good at killing heavies, he ended up at the top of the tier list. So now if you beat Terry, you're anti-meta too. Congratulations. Down the line, I'm expecting that we'll see at least one of the upcoming Amiibo become anti-meta. Personally, my money's on Sephiroth. Much like Zelda, he has precise and slow KO power buried in a larger hitbox, which is really only suitable for fighting large and slow opponents. His recovery is pretty solid, and he's light enough to get bullied by lower tiers. I think it'll take one smart Amiibo trainer to work around Sephiroth's AI problems, and then we'll see him really start to take on the heavies. If you like Amiibo training, you're interested in the Amiibo meta, you should subscribe to this channel and visit AmiiboDoctor.com.